Right, that's us. So lovely day here in Glasgow. So if you just stand in Tadasana with just a bit wider feet and just lift your toes, spread them out. Push the balls of your feet into the floor, your toes up in the air, trying to fan apart. Then grip the mat with your toes. Lift them up. Push into the balls of your feet. Spread your toes. Grip the floor with your toes. And then one more. Just press into the balls of your feet and really hard from your little toe underneath to the underneath of your big toe. And then grip the mat. Relax your feet. Lift your heels off the floor. Not too high. And back onto your heels. Come back up, just draw in your tummy, make sure your tummy is drawn in, and back onto your feet. One more time, just come up and onto your feet. And then perhaps if your feet are far enough apart, just roll them in and out to the side. Just give your feet a nice overall massage. And then just back. We'll start with the wood chopper. So you can either do this standing, or you can do it in a squat. So I'll show you in a squat. So you breathe in, it's the same standing, looking up, breathe out. Breathe in, look up. So if you do it standing, just make sure your knees are bent as you go down and coming up. So I'll do it squatting. So feet quite wide apart, knees out to the side. So breathe in, lift your arms, look up towards your hands. Breathe out with your mouth. 2 out breaths. Breathe in, look up. Breathe in, look up. Breathe in, look up. 2 more lots. Breathe in. Last one. Breathe in and then just, if you're squatting, come back up gently into standing. Just move your feet a bit closer together. Open your chest. Draw your tummy in. Draw your chin in. That nice, long, flat body. Slide your hands together. Place them on your head. Draw in your tummy button. So start the stretch already. Breathe in. Elbows lock straight, soft back of your neck. Turn your head slightly side to side. Breathe out, hands on head. Breathe in, stretch up towards the ceiling. Breathe out, hands on head. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out. And then switch the position of your hands. Just take hold of your wrists, take them behind your head. So breathe in, look up, pull back with your arms. Breathe out, relax. Now, pull your arm down to the side. Behind your head, if you can, just pull down quite hard. So your elbow should be perhaps sticking straight up. Bring your arms back up. Pull it the other way. Pull down, so pull down. Try and keep it all behind your head. Come back up. Just bring your arms down by your side. Just drop your chin like a pendulum. Swing your head side to side. Nice and gently. And then just come back to the center. Interlock your hands behind your head. Feet nicely apart. Breathe in. Lift your breastbone. Look up. Push back your elbows. Feel your belly getting a stretch. Breathe out. Just drop your chin. Point your elbows towards the floor. Breathe in. Open wide. Push elbows back. Feel your tummy getting a stretch. Breathe out. Drop your chin, elbows point down. 2 more. Breathe in. Just lift your breastbone, push the elbows. Breathe out. Drop your chin. 1 more. Breathe in. Nice open chest. Lift your breastbone. Breathe out. Drop your chin, elbows. Uh, Elbows doing something. So hands by your side, turn your feet out to the side. We're going to do the plie. Remember, knees go out to the side. And I'll do it sideways, see whether I'm right that my bottom stays tucked in. So breathe in, breathe out, knees out, drop. Keep your tailbone tucked in and drop to wherever's comfortable. So important thing is not to stick your bottom out. Breathe in, come back up, breathe out. Knees out to the side, bottom tucked in, chin tucked in. Your body a complete straight line. Breathe in, come back up. We'll do it one more time. Breathe out. Just go as far as is comfortable. Doesn't matter if it's not too far. Breathe in, come back up. And then nice and gently just come forward, keeping your back straight. So your arms are still interlocked. Try and keep your head, your spine, bottom in a line. Just drop down and perhaps wrap your hands round the backs of your legs. Just see about bringing your body a bit closer to your thighs. Let your head relax, your shoulders relax. Come forward on your toes. Let's take 2 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let a bit of that tension go towards the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just undo your arms, bend your knees, come back up with nice bent knees. So don't have your knees straight. Just stand for a moment in Tadasana. Make sure your shoulders are open, your hands face forward. So getting that space in your rib cage. So we're going to do the one for lungs, a bit like the standing fish. I'm going to do it sideways. So feet a few inches apart. Remember, this is the one you start with your arms out in front of you. So breathe in, clasp your hands together, straighten your arms, tuck in your chin, tuck in your bottom. That your rib cage is sticking right out in front of you. Breathe out, release your arms. Do the full circle with your arms. Come back to the start. Breathe in. Tuck in your bottom, tuck in your chin. Make sure your chest is puffed out. Breathe out, full circle. Back to the start. Breathe in. Squeeze your shoulder blades, bottom tucked in, chin tucked in, rib cage sticking out. Breathe out, full circle. Back to the start. We'll make this the last. Breathe in, tuck in your bottom, draw in your chin, feel your rib cage sticking out. Breathe out. Last time with the circle, then we'll come back into Tadasana. Just make sure your knees are soft. Just flatten your lower back, draw in your tummy muscles. Feel your breastbone lift, your shoulder blades wanting to slide. Draw your chin in. And just feel the crown of your head being pulled up towards the ceiling. Nice long spine. So we'll just perhaps do the shoulder rotation. So arms out in front of you, breathe in, breathe out, touch your shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. One more, breathe in, breathe out. Touch your elbows in front of you and then try and touch your elbows behind. So let's do 4. That's 2, 3, and 4. And let's go the opposite way around. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just bring your arms by your side. Stand in Tadasana, draw in your tummy, lift your breastbone. Make sure your shoulders feel open, drop your chin. The pendulum, swing your head gently side to side. Just feel that nice movement side to side. Then come back to the center and perhaps bring your feet a touch closer together. I wonder if I can come a bit closer. We're going to do the one, we're going to start behind the swing. So take your legs side to side, but behind you this time. Try not to collapse with the supporting leg. So swing your leg side to side. And bring that leg back to the start. Let's do the other side. So take it behind, swing it behind you side to side. Try and keep the lift through your waist. And next one, come back to the start. So back to the start, just let's do it in front. So swing your leg side to side. Try and stand tall with the supporting leg. So you're bending your knee as little as possible with the swinging leg. And let's make this one the last. To the other side. So leg out in front of you, just swing side to side. Let's make the next one the last. And then feet back together. Just, I'll bring my mat a bit forward. We're going to do the knee to head to knee pose. So take your legs wide. Feet running forward to begin with. Let's do a nice wide angled, wide legged Tadasana. So grip the floor with the outsides of your feet. Tuck in your tailbone, feel the tightening of your inside thigh muscles. Lift your breastbone, shoulders relaxing. Draw your chin in. So you're just doing Tadasana, but your legs are wide. So turn, you're going to have to turn both, turn to the side. So your hips now face the short end of your mat, if you're using a mat. Backs of hands together. Breathe in, interlock your fingers. Breathe out. I got that wrong. Breathe in, look up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your shoulders, squeeze your elbows together. Breathe out, suck in your tummy. Aim in the general direction of your knee. Just see where you get to. 3 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then just come back up. Release your arms. Just turn to the front. Into another nice Tadasana. So back to gripping the floor with the outsides of your feet. Tucking your tailbone in. Lifting through your waist. Breastbone lifting, shoulder blades sliding, chin drawn in. And then the swivel to the other side. So you're facing hips straight onto your mat. So your back foot needs to be turned in. So breathe in, backs of your hands come together. Breathe out, interlock your fingers. Breathe in, squeeze your shoulder blades, look up to the ceiling. Breathe out. Aim in the general direction of your knee. See where you get to. Doesn't matter if it's not too close. 3 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Breathe in, breathe out. And then nice and gently come back up. Turn your feet to the front. Heel toe back into Tadasana. Draw in your tummy. Make sure your knees feel soft. Feel your breastbone lift. Draw your chin in. Get the height from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we're going to do the one to work on the thighs. Remember this is the one that you have your hands in Namaste. You've got taken a step forward. You come up onto your knees and then you bend and you touch the floor with that knee. Come back up, all on your knees. People with think it's not for them, just come up and bend a little and come up. So don't do it if you're going to find it too difficult with your knees. So breathe in, come up onto your toes. Breathe out. Remember to keep your tailbone tucked in. Try and just touch the floor. Breathe in. You're staying up on your toes. Breathe out. Back on the flats of your feet. Adjust your feet if it didn't feel quite right in that first one. Breathe in, up onto your toes. Breathe out. Remember, keep that tailbone tucked in as much as you can. Drop your knee. Breathe in, push up. You're still on your toes. Breathe out. I'm going to move my foot sliding a bit. Third one. Breathe in, up onto your toes. Breathe out, nice and gently, keeping that tailbone tucked in. Touch the floor. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out. Just drop your arms, step forward. Just take a breath or two. Notice the difference of feeling between your two legs. I'm sounding out of breath because it's quite hard work. So one foot back, hands in the greeting pose. So really it's onto the balls of your feet more than your toes. So breathe in, come up. Breathe out. Keep that tailbone tucked under. Drop your knee. Breathe in, staying on the balls of your feet. Breathe out, flat on your feet. Second one, breathe in, up onto your toes. Bend your knee. Breathe in, push back up. Breathe out. One more, remember, always stand it out if it's not for you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep that tailbone tucked under. Breathe in. Come up. Breathe out. Step forward. Drop your arms. Just drop your chin nice and gently and swing your head side to side. Just feel your neck loosening up. And then just blink your eyes. So just perhaps lift your feet, spread your toes. I really got a bit of working there. And then just again, come up onto the balls of your feet. Down, spread your toes, grip the floor. Spread your toes, grip the floor. Relax your feet and then tuck your toes under, stretch the front of your foot. Give it a nice stretch and then switch sides. So stretch the front of your foot and then just back. So let's do our swimming. So let's get back a bit to the shoulders. So breathe in, do the front crawl, but remember to turn. Have a good look at your hand behind. And a nice swinging and twisting movement. Keep your tummy button drawn in. So focus on keeping your tummy button drawn in throughout that swinging. Let's make the next one the last and go into back crawl. So same thing, you're looking at your hand as you do the twist. Remember your tummy button drawn in. The twist's good for the digestive system to get that, get it moving. Make sure that the food passes through, nothing getting held up. So the twist, good for constipation. And let's make the next one the last. And then just back to the front, just shake your feet, your legs, keep an eye on the time. And let's do cow face pose. So bring your hand up between your shoulder blades. So just encourage it as high as you can. The other arm, breathe in and a big stretch up towards the ceiling. Touch the ceiling. Breathe out, drop your hands, see whether you're getting close. Pull that top shoulder, elbow up, bottom shoulder down. So the breathing, breathe in, turn your head, look up to your elbow. Breathe out, turn your head, look down to your shoulder. Breathe in, turn your head, look up. Breathe out, turn your head, look down. Breathe in, turn your head, look up. Breathe out, turn your head, look down. Let's do one more. Breathe in, turn your head, look up. Breathe out, turn your head, look down. That was 4. Just bring the top arm up, lower them both, and then the stretch. Stretch up towards the ceiling, and let's swap sides. So bring your other hand up as high as you can between your shoulder blades. Elbow should point down. Breathe out, breathe in, other arm, big stretch up to the ceiling, through your armpit, elbow, fingers. Breathe out, see if you can grab hold of your fingers. You could have a sock and hang it down, or a belt or something to try and encourage it. Breathe in, turn your head, look up. Breathe out and down. Breathe in, turn, look up. Breathe out and look down. Breathe in, turn, look up. Breathe out and down. One more. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out and down. Just come back to the front. Get your arms out of position. And then stretch up towards the ceiling. Big stretch. Breathe out. Arms down by your side. Just turn your hands. Feel that nice open shoulders. So we'll come onto the mat. We'll come sitting. So if you come onto the floor, legs out in front of you. Just spread your bottom. Make sure you're in Dandasana, sorry, the sitting pose, nice tall spine. Feel as though the head being drawn up towards the ceiling. So get hold of your oar, breathe in. Remember, you bring your toes back with you. Breathe out, point them to the floor. Breathe in, come right back. Breathe out, point them down. Breathe in, come right back. Breathe out, forward. Breathe in, back, go right back. Breathe out, right forward. Breathe in, right back. Breathe out, right forward. Breathe in, right back. Breathe out, forward. Breathe in, come right back. Breathe out, forward. One more. Breathe in, right back. Breathe out, forward. Now stay forward, reverse the movement. Breathe in, come high. Bring those toes back with you. Breathe out, go low, point your toes down. Breathe in, come back high, right back. Breathe out, point your toes down. Breathe in, come high with your oar. Breathe out, forward. Breathe in, high. Breathe out, forward. Two more. Breathe in, high. Go right back. Breathe out, forward. Last one. Breathe in, high. Breathe out, forward. Come back up. Just have your legs close together. Interlock your hands. Pull right back. Keep your arms straight. Go back as far as you can and do your circle as though you're grinding a big pestle and mortar. So really reach out sideways. Go back as far as you can. Keep your elbows nice and straight. Keep your arms at shoulder height. Go right back. Go sideways as much as you can. Just feel that working. Thighs, waist, if you really reach back. Let's go the other way. Take your circles the other way. Keep those elbows nice and straight. Keep your arms at shoulder height. Just keep that movement. Keeps that energy flowing from the pelvis to the crown of the head. And then just come back. Hands on thighs. Well, slide your right hand beneath your left. Have your thumbs just touch. Chin drawn in. Let's take 3 nice breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then just blink your eyes a couple of times. So we're going to try a new pose for tight hamstrings. So draw your left foot into your groin. So you're pressing, if you can, your heel into your groin. Your leg straight, the other leg is straight, but you're going to bend it. So bend your other foot and bring it close in towards your body. So try and get that heel into, sort of press into your perineum if you can find it. And then other leg straight. So what you're going to do is just see whether you can take hold of your foot either side with your hand. So you slide your hands in. If that looks as though it's going to be difficult, keep your hand on your ankle. So what you're going to do now is straighten that leg up towards the ceiling. You're going to try and get your nose against your leg. So don't worry if it's hard. If you've got tight hamstrings, I got my daughter to do it. She found it quite hard. So she's a bit of a runner, I think. So that if you've got tight hamstrings, take care. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now keep hold of your foot, bend it back onto the floor. We'll come up 3 more times with that leg. Breathe in, straighten your leg. Pull your nose towards your, or pull your leg towards your nose. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Bend your foot back onto the floor. We've got 1 more little round to do. Breathe in, straighten your leg. Pull it towards your nose, 2 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Just bring that foot back on the floor, straighten the leg, just bring the other leg out and just wiggle side to side. Just check you feel okay, nice and comfortable, and then draw your right foot in. So same position, you're trying to press your heel against the perineum, knee a bit flat. So slide this foot close to your bottom if you can. And then remember you're trying to slide your hands under your feet and then breathe in. Straighten that leg as best you can. I'm finding it more tricky on this side. Pull your nose towards your leg. 2 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and then just drop that foot onto the floor. So we're going to go up twice more, I think. So breathe in, take that leg straight up. Remember, you can hold on to the ankle if it's too tricky. Breathe out. So 2 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and drop that foot. So we've got one more little round to complete this pose. Breathe in, straighten your leg, pull that leg towards your nose. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and then just drop that foot. Just straighten your leg, straighten the other, wiggle your bottom. Just gently slide your right hand beneath your left. Thumbs just touching. Draw your chin in. Let's take 3 nice breaths. Relax the undersides of your legs. They got a big stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then just place your hands, just wiggle your legs, just check your legs are okay, wiggle your feet, wiggle the other way. And we're just going to come onto tummy. So if you come onto your tummy, I've got the chatty man outside if you can hear it. So onto your front, arms by your side, chin tucked in. Have your big toes just touching, your heels rolling out to the sides. Just wiggle around, make sure you're comfortable. And then pull your heels together, legs together, tops of your feet together. Let's do the lift of head and shoulders. Remember, arms stay nice and relaxed. They're probably not even coming off the floor. So sink the pelvis. Breathe in, come up, head, shoulders. Breathe out, chin, nose, forehead. Relax your shoulders. Slide your chin onto the floor. Sink the pelvis. Breathe in. Come up, head, shoulders. Feel the stretch at the front of your throat. Breathe out. Chin, nose, forehead. Relax your shoulders. Chin on the mat. Sink the pelvis. Breathe in. Come up. Head, shoulders. Just close your teeth as you look forward. Breathe out. Down chin, nose, forehead. Relax your shoulders, your legs. Turn your face onto one cheek and do the quick relaxation. Your head, shoulders, arms, chest, waist, hips, legs, feet. Place your chin on the mat. Take your feet slightly further apart so they're not touching. Interlock your hands on the back of your back and slide them up so your elbows are quite bent. Your arms are quite high. I'll just show you what you're going to do. So all you're going to do is sink the pelvis. Come up, head, shoulders, straighten your arms. If you feel you can, lift your arms off your back. And then when you come out of it, let your hands slide out so your elbows need to bend. So we'll do 3 of those, see how you get on. So sink the pelvis into the floor. Breathe in, come up with those head, those shoulders, and straighten your arms. You might want to stay there. You might want to lift your arms a little further off your back. Look up. breathe out. Come back down. Let your hands slide up your back. Your elbows should be bent to the sides. That was the first. Let's go for the second. Sink the pelvis. Breathe in, come up, head, shoulders, straighten your arms, the big squeeze of your shoulders. If you're comfortable, take your arms higher. Look forward. Breathe out. Come back down. Let your hands slide. Bend your elbows. So we're going for a third one. If you've had enough, just lie it out. So it doesn't matter if you don't want to do a third. Sink the pelvis. Breathe in. Come up. Straighten your arms. The big squeeze of your shoulders. If you're comfortable, lift your arms. Look forward. Close your teeth. Breathe out. Come back down. Chin, nose, forehead. Let your arms come by your sides and turn your head the opposite way to the last time. Do the quick relaxation. Head, shoulders, arms, waist, hips, legs, feet. Place your chin on the mat. Bring your hands down to just below your shoulders. Just come up onto your knees. Swing your bottom back. Keep your hands where they are. Stretch them out. Push into your hands. Try and stretch from your fingertips to your bottom, the buttocks. Just a stretch. Perhaps your forehead on the floor. Press your armpits towards the ground. 3 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then just move one hand forward, then the other, as though you're just going forward slightly, getting those armpits down, but your bottom probably coming up in the air. And then forehead on the floor. Just swing back up onto your hands and knees. We're going to come up into downward facing dog. So your toes need to be tucked under. Your hands need to be spread slightly, the middle finger pointing forward. I'll go up just quickly. So as you go up, you breathe in, and what you're concerned with is not staying like that and shaking. So lots of people do that. Is pushing through your armpits so that your sitting bones go up. I've got my knees bent. I can get my feet flat on the floor, but lots of people can't. So you can stay with your knees bent. That's not the important bit. It's the stretch from the heel of your hand to the tailbone up in the air, your sitting bones. Imagine you're a dog with the paws stretched out in front of him or her. And when you come down, remember, it's the 2 fists resting one on top of each other. So let's all come up. You may have gone up already, but let's start all together. So hands, remember, slightly wider than your shoulders. Toes tucked under, knees not touching, still about hip distance apart. So remember, nice strong wrists, strong hands. Breathe in, swing up with your bottom, move it upwards, move it backwards. Focus on opening your armpits, that feeling you just had on the mat. Don't worry about your feet, just concentrate on the stretch from your sitting bones. Let your head hang. Drop a heel at a time if you want to ease out the backs of your legs. You may have your legs flat, your feet flat on the floor. Just do what works and feel that stretch. Push through your armpits. Push